Just like to start off by showing you the difference between autumn sown plants and January sown plants. This one, autumn. This one, sown just about the time of our meeting. As you can see, it's still producing roots. They're doing quite well, but nothing to compare with this one. You see the roots are coming well out of the end here, and you just have to make sure when you're taking them out that the roots aren't twined together, so they just come straight out of the holes. If they're really tangled, sometimes you can split the pot there to make the hole bigger, or if you give up, there's a nuclear option of just simply tearing the bag apart. As you can see, quite a difference to the root structure. These can be planted out as they are, just dig a hole and put them in, or if you want to be more thorough, you can tease the roots apart. You can go to the trouble of just emptying all this out, and then you get a huge fan of the roots. But we'll leave that as there for the moment. I think will slip nicely into its bag. Those sown in pots, these were sown in January, about the time of the meeting. The roots are just starting to get tangled up, but they shouldn't be too bad to get apart. Whereas this one, which should have been planted out weeks ago, but I couldn't do it because the weather was so awful. You can see the massive tangle. I did make a video showing how to get one of these apart, but it ran on for about 20 minutes. Just me fiddling about, so I thought you wouldn't really want to sit through that. So I'll use a slightly less well-developed one. Which is this one. These haven't grown on so well, but there's a reasonable root system. Now to tease them apart, you can use a plant label, pencil, or a kebab stick, and you just gently want to tease them apart. If you're not growing for showing or want top class blooms, you just want some garden decoration or plants for the house, you can plant out these just as they come from the pot, and then as the plants grow you just lead them up the canes. So it's just some gentle tweaking to get them out. It's all a bit nerve-wracking when you do this the first time. And it's almost inevitable there'll be some root damage. But you've got a decent root system, not one or two. It won't matter. I made it easier for myself with this because only two of the seedlings came up. So you tease things apart if the roots are entangled. Sometimes with a bit of probing with your fingers and some gentle shaking. And hey presto. So this is what we're after. Nice big root system. When you plant those in the garden, you put a big hole and sloping sides, which I'll show in another video. And you spread them out in a nice fan and then put the earth back over them. Incidentally, if the earth is very soggy, then if you've got some of the planting compost, put that over the roots and try and use some dryish soil, or sort of less soggy soil, because if you just simply pack clay around them, they won't like it. What we're looking for here is nice clean root, white or maybe green, but undamaged and no brown marks. Sometimes you find a brown mark going all the way around. If you get a plant like that, then it's just simply the end. It just has to be chucked away. Rather like this one, which in Blue Peter fashion I did earlier. It's all brown around the stem, so that really isn't worth bothering with. So now, if you've got the plants out and you want to do some more work, if you're out in the garden, you can just put these under a seed tray while you do the next pot and the next pot, and have to keep these cool. So you put them under a seed tray or put them in a plastic bag and just keep them somewhere cool. Incidentally, you can, if you're keeping them for some time, you can always wrap them in moist kitchen towel before you put them in the bag. I've actually posted plants in that condition and they've reached the destination, been planted out and grown very successfully.